talking about the source. You other nations, you don't have the connection with the source. You are not called to have a relationship with the source. Your opportunity to have any interaction with the source depends on you cleaving to the people that have a connection with the source. I saw Brother Sly and Brother Moriel doing their video yesterday, and Brother Sly was talking about divination and how the Constantine Christians, Catholics, all of them talk about divination being evil. But then you look at the word divination, divine. Having a relationship with the divine is evil, according to them. Having a relationship with the creator of the all is evil to them because they were not called to have that relationship. So they have worked at Psalms 83 to disconnect us from our divine relationship with the source. And when you go to Jacob 5, and it talks about how the Most High is going to sweep the other nations off the land that are producing rotten fruits, so long as we grow. We must continue to grow. How do we grow? We grow by cultivating that divine relationship with the source. You cannot cultivate a relationship when you don't grow, when you stay stagnant, which is what all of these other nations have been working to do. They have been working to keep us stagnant by telling us only these books. Only these books. We only approve 66 books. We only approve 80 books. So therefore that keeps you stagnant. That keeps you from growing. Anyone who's only stuck in a few books is not growing. They're not capable of growing. You know, like last night, I pulled some tarot cards. And of course to them, that's evil. But for me, I don't have all this great knowledge with tarot cards. But you know what they do? They work for me. Whenever I ask, I need some direction, and I can pull some tarot cards, and they will give me the direction that I need to go every time. And it's as simple as pulling one card and looking at the meaning, pulling 3 cards and look at the meaning to see how they're intertwined. Things like that. It's not difficult to do, because when you have the connection with the source does all the work for you. You just have to make sure that you are open. You have the right, reasoning to why you're doing these certain things, but the Most High, our power, wants to connect with us. Our power, see, I started Johnson, and that's awesome. Our power wants us to turn to Him. Our power wants us to turn to the Mother. Our power wants us to answer questions. They want us to ask for direction from the angels. So I just pulled 3 last night, and it just confirmed everything that we're seeing today. They went hand in hand perfectly well. How is that? Because I'm working on increasing my divine, my divine relationship with the Most High. Just like we used to have the and the thummim, and we used to use those, yes and no, to get answers. Because our power wants to talk to us, and these churches have wanted us to talk to them. Our power wants us to talk to them. They don't want us talking to the Most High. They don't want us, oh, that's evil. But see, it would be evil for you because you don't have a relationship with the Most High. And that's the main thing. You don't have a relationship, so you don't want us to have a relationship either. You know? And I'm going to go really quick to this brother's video. I'm going to play this one real quick.
You see, this is why it's important.
This is why it's important, because, see, their religion, and I've seen this all the time with Christians, is like, Christianity is what can God do for them? And I've heard this many times. I don't care what color Jesus is, so long as he can save me. How many times have we heard that? I don't care if he's black, blue, purple, or green. As long as he can save and cover my sins, I'll worship him no matter what. So their religion is set up for what can Jesus or what can their God do for them. And as his brother said right here, I'm going to show the video.
Important to understand as a BLACK American to know that you are a child of Israel, a real Jew from the same tribe as Jesus Christ. Because knowing that when you're dealing with Christianity, Christians are focused on what God, their whole thing is what God can do for them. Like, it's a fleshly religion, like all religions. They're focused on what God can do for them. Whereas understanding as a black American.
And that's exactly it. It's always like, what can God do for me? That's all you guys care about. Yo, God's gonna take me and rapture me. He's gonna save me from this society that I made. He's gonna save me from, so long as God raptures me away from the mess that I've made, I'm gonna follow him. Everything again for them is about what can God do for them. Oh, God sent me his only begotten son to die for me so I don't have to pay for my sins. That's all that they care about God. And as soon as they figured out God didn't die for their sins, all of a sudden, that's not really God. That's not really Jesus. That's not really a religion. That's a cult. It's hilarious how you guys throw words on things. Like, you black Hebrews, you're a cult. Do you guys even know what the word cult means? I carry the word cult proudly. You can call me, I'm part of a cult no matter what. Hey, that's cool. Apparently you don't even know what the word cult means. You guys act like you're a cult, but you're not. Okay? Now, see, they changed the definitions, which y'all want to know. Hold on. You go to cult, and you go to definition. Because they say it's an extreme group. That's not what it meant before. So it says a cult is a relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister. But there's also more. Because it used to be a group of people who have a belief that is like outside of the norm, which is what we are. We are a holy people. So therefore, our practices are outside of the norm, outside of the majority, which is exactly what Jesus told you, to not be of this world, to be holy and to be separate. And you guys think you're actually, saying you're putting us down by calling us a cult, but actually you're proving that we're the people of the book. Now you guys change it to a social group with unusual or often extreme religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs and rituals. These groups often exhibit extreme devotion to a particular person, object, or goal, and frequently employ manipulative psychological techniques to recruit and control members. Now that part is what you guys do as a church. You guys manipulate members. You guys manipulate and control people. You make it so that people vomit up their wisdom and don't think for themselves. That's what you guys have done. We tell people to study to show thyself approved, to study for yourself, because you're the one that's going to be standing in front of the Most High by yourself. So it doesn't matter what I tell you. It matters that you have a connection with the source, and that source can guide you. So see, this is why, in order for them to cleanse the lands, keep clearing them off, we need to continue to grow. But they keep on trying to give you things to keep you from not growing and concentrating on the same things over and over and over and over again. Okay? So I want to read Isaiah 29, 15 through 24. Because this explains what you're seeing with these other nations right now. Isaiah 29, 15 through 24. Woe unto them that seek deep, okay, to hide their counsel from the Most High. That's all you Constantine Christians. You guys think you're hiding the things you guys are doing. You're hiding the things you're trying to plan for our people. Not going to work. Again, woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Most High. And their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? We see you. We know you. We see all the dirty tricks that you guys have been doing now. The Most High is having the Holy Spirit bring all of this out. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So see, you guys are the ones who've turned everything upside down. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So you're saying the thing that, the source that made you didn't know what the hell he was doing? That's why he gave you spirits to lead you astray, because he knew all of the stuff that you guys were going to be doing. And we are the Most High's portion. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest? 18, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book. That would be us. The deaf, we were deaf for a time, and now we hear the words of the book. You have been deaf also, Psalms 83. Now you're hearing the real words of the book through the power of the Most High, through his people. Okay? And the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness, which is, again, it happens to us, and now it's happening to you. Now you're seeing what the Bible really means. Now you're seeing who the real people are. The meek also shall increase their joy of the Most High. That is us. Again, we are the meek who are now having that relationship with the source. We are divining. We practice divination. We practice getting in contact and having a relationship with the divine. You cannot do that. So the only divining you do is to the evil spirits that have been set up to lead you astray. Okay? The poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. We were the poor ones, and we are rejoicing now in the divine, in the source. We are with the Most High. Okay? We are rejoicing with the Father and with the Mother and with the brother, our brother, again. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. All you other nations, all getting cut off. The terrible one, the scorners, all of you are being cut off. That make a man an offender for a word. You guys made us an offender by following your churches. We were offending the Most High by listening to you, as if somehow you had a connection with the Most High, which you don't. Okay? So again, that the man make an offender of for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Now that's exactly what you guys have been doing to us. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. So that fake white Jesus that you guys made, no more. That's your God. That is not our power. That is not our source. That is your source. So again, that's Isaiah 29, 22. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed. We are not ashamed. We are standing boldly in front of all. Neither shall his face now wax pale. See, you guys serve white Jesus. You guys have been serving white supremacy. We don't do that anymore. That Jesus that you made up is the one that you'll serve him so long as he does something for you, so long as he gives you the dainties. That's why all the migrants were able to come over here, because that, and you guys love that white Jesus, because white Jesus gave you the opportunity to come over here and steal the reparations that were meant for us. That is why you have served white Jesus, and it doesn't matter how many things we show you about how evil it is, how wrong it is, you're going to continue to, because you only serve a God that does something for you, that steals from the Israelites and gives to you. But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands, and in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name, and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the God of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. That's you guys, the other nations. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding. That would be us, and it's going to be coming to you. And they that murmured shall learn doctrine. You're murmuring. You other nations, you constant Christians are murmuring, but you're learning the true doctrine now. You're learning that new doctrine now. So yeah, we practice divination because we have a connection with the source. We are connecting with the divine. You cannot. So therefore, all you can do is say that it's evil and hope that we listen to you and don't connect with the divine, with our divine. You guys don't have that divine connection. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 54. Let's see, we're going to start there. Verse 54, just to let you know why you guys keep on cutting out the Apocrypha and things like that. 2nd Esdras 6 and 54, look it up yourselves. If you don't know it, if you're new here. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So everyone comes from Adam, but there's a people that he has chosen. A people that he has chosen. A people that have a relationship with the source. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. And that also goes back to the 70 shepherds, how they were devouring the sheep. The Most High put them over us. And that's what this is also referring to, because they were devouring us, and you've been devouring us this whole time. Even the migrants who came here, and after 1965, were getting our benefits, they were devouring us as well. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. Again, that's Enoch, 70 shepherds. We were given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Now you're seeing the switch to where we're not going to have to endure you being on top of us anymore. So I'm just going to be with you guys just for a little bit right now. But as you can see, you got two different gospels here, two different good news, stories of good news. Good news for the Gentiles, that's past. Good news for us, that's coming. Much love, family. Shalom.